The new Aquanaut watches are not just for ladies. Welcome back everyone to another episode, and today I have the pleasure of showcasing my personal highlights from the newly released Patek Philippe lineup during Watches and Wonders. It's always a pleasure of visiting the Patek Philippe booth during Watches and Wonders. Just an amazing booth, everything's so calm and it's so perfect in my opinion. This year Patek did have a very impressive lineup. Not only did they release a nice selection of Grand Complication watches, including 3 very impressive minute repeater watches. If you're a fan of minute repeaters, then these 3 are spot on. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go hands-on with them, and that is why I'm gonna focus on every other watch that I was able to handle during the presentation at Patek. These watches I had on my wrist, got a good impression of them, and I can give you my honest feedback, how I think you will like them actually. Let's start off with the new Aquanaut Luce 5261R. And yes, you've heard correctly, this annual calendar Aquanaut is actually in the ladies lineup. And this is quite interesting because it caused a lot of stir among fellow collectors, people who were watching these videos, and they were debating if this watch is for ladies or if it's also for men. While everyone else is discussing the gender, let's talk about the watch and how it actually feels on the wrist. I liked it. The colorway is spot on. This bluish gray kind of color works perfectly with the rose gold case, and it just looks really interesting. The pictures that you might have seen don't do the watch any justice, because in the pictures the watch feels kind of off. This might be because the moon phase is kind of different spot from what you would expect because it's at 12 o'clock. But still, if you put the watch on your wrist, it actually works and it doesn't look that off as it would in the pictures. The more interesting thing, and the thing that I really appreciated about this watch, is the 39.5mm case. While Patek kind of introduced a lot of bigger watches, I actually really like the ladies lineup. 39 is a great size. The Aquanaut is a great watch if you can get one. But there's another Aquanaut that I really liked, and this is the 5268R, and it's another Aquanaut in the Aquanaut Luce, the ladies lineup. However, this one is very interesting due to the fact that I find it quite intriguing that Patek this year decided to play with more colors. While some of you might argue that taupe and gray and these types of things aren't really colors, I think that it's quite interesting that they're going the taupe way with this new Aquanaut, and it works. It works well with the rose gold case again, and maybe it's just the diamond bezel that I like about this watch, or maybe it's just the size. With 38.8mm in case diameter, this Aquanaut with a very blingy bezel is an actual perfect fit for my 16.5cm wrist. This is why I like Patek. Thin watches, small watches, just easy to wear if you can get one. The watch is nearly perfect. Why do I say nearly perfect? Honestly, if they would make the 5268 with the case shape of the 5164, the travel time Aquanaut, the men's version, with the travel time functionality, so basically just a 5164 in a smaller case, I would be the first buyer. There's one more watch that I'd like to talk about, and yes, we are going to stay in the ladies lineup because somehow nobody's talking about this watch and I really like it. The new ladies Calatrava 5997-200R. Well, first of all, we're gonna talk about the great dimensions that I already mentioned before. 35mm case diameter, the ultra thin case of 7.4mm. And they've actually managed to put this ultra thin micro rotor automatic movement in. So therefore you have an actually really nice dress watch that you can wear. Some of you will argue, well, the color is strange and it's a lady's watch and oh my god, there are diamonds on it. Well, wait, if you are going to a formal event and if everything is black and white and you want to add a little bit of color to the outfit, then why not go for a watch like this? I'd certainly do it because I just like wearing colors actually. Another thing that I really like about this this watch is the spiral shape of the dial. I think it has something very mesmerizing and you can get lost in it. Somehow it's something very calming as well. So therefore, yes, I do like this watch. You might have already seen it because I think it was the first watch that I posted from the Patek lineup on my Instagram. Overall, I noticed one thing from the new watches of Patek. The watches, especially in the men's lineup, are getting bigger, but we are getting more colors as seen in the men's Calatrava lineup. I don't know, maybe I just have to go for the ladies lineup because the watches under 40 millimeters are only available there. Maybe that's okay. I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. However, I do think that especially what I have gotten to know Patek for is their great complications, their amazing craftsmanship, and thin and very comfortable watches. This is something that I miss a lot from a lot of manufacturers nowadays, that thin, nice dimensions. This is something that I really appreciate and I like, and maybe you like it too, or maybe you don't like it. But if you have something to add, if you want to talk about this, put something down in the comments down below. There's one more watch that I'd like to talk about because obviously we have to talk about at least one men's watch. The new 5905R is an annual calendar with a flyback chronograph. Now comes with this beautiful sunburst blue dial with a matching blue alligator strap and a very, very nice rose gold case. And this, my friends, is an awesome watch. It looks stunning. Maybe a bit too big, maybe a bit too thick for my wrist, for my taste, but boy, is this watch stunning. These are my highlights from the new Patek Philippe watches from Watches and Wonders 2023. Let me know which of the new Patek Philippe watches is your favorite. Put it down in the comments down below. And if you want to ask me something, either put it down in the comments as well or send me a DM on Instagram. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, if you feel like it, put a thumbs up. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.